You're going to say, now I'm going to begin my in-cabin air brake test. First thing I'm going to check is my seatbelt. Make sure my seatbelt is properly mounted and secured at all 3 points. There's no frays or tears on my belt. It latches properly and adjusts to me. Now I'm going to check my fire extinguisher. My fire extinguisher is properly rated and fully charged. In my side box right here, I have 3 red reflector triangles and spare fuses. Now I'm going to perform a safe start. I'm going to make sure my truck's in neutral, my brakes are set, and start my engine. Record what I'm doing over here. When I started the engine, my ABS light and my DEF indicator both went on and off, let me know that they're working properly. Now I'm going to check the rest of my indicators. Checking my left turn signal, checking my right turn signal, checking my four-way flashers, checking my high beam. Now I'm going to do the pyramid on my gauges. First I'm going to check my water temperature gauge, make sure it's rising to proper temperature. Now I'm going to check my voltmeter. My voltmeter is between 12 and 14 volts. Let me know my alternator's charging my battery. Now I'm checking my oil pressure gauge to make sure it's rising to proper pressure. I'm checking my primary and secondary air gauges to make sure they're between 120 and 140, and my governor has shut off. Grab the steering wheel. Now I'm checking my electrical horn, checking my air horn. I ain't got no air to take. Now I'm going to check my side mirrors. My side mirrors are clean and I can adjust them from the inside. Now I'm checking my windshield. Make sure my windshield is clean. There's no illegal stickers, no obstructions, no damage to the glass, but I have a little damage right there. Now I'm checking my windshield wiper blade and arms. They're properly secured. They're not damaged. I want to make sure they operate smoothly and have washer fluid. See this right here? Hold it in. They're working fine. Now I'm checking my heater. Now I'm checking my defroster. Both working properly. At this time, I'm going to do an air brake test. So I'm going to shut off my engine. Being that this is an electrical vehicle, I'm going to put the key in the on position where I can read my gauges. So I'm going to wait for my sweep. Look at the radio and look down. I'm going to release all my brakes. After my brakes stabilize, I'm going to apply my service brake, and I should not lose 4 psi in 1 minute. Wait for the hissing to stop. You get your phone out or your watch just to do your minute. We're not going to do that. There's 5 of us. All right, I'm going to start now. It's already came on. Minute 5 seconds went by. I didn't lose 4 psi in 1 minute. Now I'm going to fan my brakes and test my low pressure indicators, which are on already. I'm going to pump my brakes. When it gets to 60, they should come on. They're already on. Now I'm going to continue fanning my brakes. When my PSI reaches 20 to 45, my emergency valves will pop out. My brakes are set. Now I'm going to perform another safe start and unchock my wheels. I'm in neutral. My brakes are set. Start my engine. Oh, it's that. Oh, I was wondering. Have a seat. I'm going to chop the wood. Seatbelt back on? Now I'm going to assist the air compressor by revving my engine up between 12 and 1500 RPMs. When my PSI reaches 120 to 140, my governor should shut off. This is where I tell my students to go through the in-cab again, so I'm looking, make sure I didn't miss nothing, right? What happened?
My video cut off.
Oh, you're starting.
I won't let me record anymore.
Okay.
Or if mine records, I'll send it to you. I mean, it's recording, but you know.
Now go ahead and record. I want you to record everything. Are you still recording, Mom?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll wait for these needles to get all the way over here like this, and we'll hear it on the outside.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to perform a parking brake check. I'm going to release my parking brake and pull against my trailer brake to make sure they hold. You put your foot on the brake, put it in D. It should say Alcon 2. I'm in drive. Hold on, mommy. Boom. Pull that out. Now I'm going to test my parking brake by releasing my trailer brake to make sure they hold. Alcon 2, good shape. Okay. Now I'm going to perform a surface brake check. I'm going to release all my brakes, pull forward at 3 to 5 miles an hour, hold my steering wheel lightly to ensure the vehicle does not move left or right, and we start smoothly. Check my mirrors. Here we go. I'm in drive. Release the brake. Let's go. Right there. Kiss the brakes. Put in neutral. Pull your brake. And that completes my in-cabin air brakes. That's it. If you don't mind, send that to her.